Hello everyone and welcome to Kiki Crochet. In this video we're going to learn how to crochet an infinity scarf using the three-dimensional stitch. The yarn that I'm using is Alize Extra, which is a lightweight yarn. It's 3.53 ounces and 241 yards. I used a total of 6 skeins. This is what's left out of the 6th, which is the yarn that I'm going to use to sew in the infinity scarf in the end. Now, because we are only going to see a sample of this stitch and we're not going to see the total stitches that I'm making for this width, the total length in order for the infinity scarf to wrap around your neck twice has to be 150 centimeters. And for the total width, I have a total of 45 centimeters. And in order to have this 45 centimeters, I started with 74 chains. So if you want to make yours as wide as I am making mine, you have to make 74 chains. Now, starting with 74 chains, let's go ahead and see how to create a sample of the stitch. Once we see how to create the stitch in the sample, I'm going to turn my video back on and see how to complete the infinity scarf and how to join it together. I'm going to be crocheting with a 4mm crochet hook. The rule for this stitch is multiples of 3 plus 2. I've already started with my chains. I've chained 23 to work my sample. The multiple of 3 is 3 times 7, 21, plus 2, 23. So multiples of 3 plus 2. So you can make it in any measurement you want. If you want to make a blanket or a scarf or anything that you prefer. Okay, so wrap the yarn around your hook once, and we're going to start row 1 by crocheting 1 double crochet in every stitch. So count 1, 2, 3, and put your hook in the 4th chain from the hook and work your first double crochet. By doing this, the first 3 chains count as my first double crochet, and the double crochet that I just worked in the 4th chain gave me my 2nd stitch. So I start counting from 2. Next chain, 3, next one, 4, next one, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and my last chain, 21. Okay, so we worked 1 double crochet in every stitch. Now I'm going to start row 2 by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. This counts as a double crochet. So we're going to put our hook in the 2nd double crochet, and we're going to work a set of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip 2 stitches. 1, 2. Put your hook in the 3rd and work 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. skip 2 stitches again, 1, 2, put your hook in the third and work again a set of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the third and work 3 double crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the third and again work a set of 3 double crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the third and again work a set of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now be careful, we are left with a total of 4 stitches in the end. 1, 2, 3, and my 4th stitch is the 3 chains that I leave in the beginning when I turn to row 1. So again, I'm going to skip 2 stitches and I'm going to put my hook in the third and I'm going to work a set of 3 again. 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the last stitch for this row. So out of the 3 chains, put your hook in the third and work a double crochet in the last stitch. So I finished my row the same way I started. I finished by working a set of 3 in the second before last stitch and 1 double crochet in the end. And I started my row by working a double crochet in the first stitch and 3 in the second one. Okay, so we start the same way, we end the same way we start. Now, because the way we're working the stitches, the 3 chains and the 3 double crochet in every third stitch, it seems as if we're doing increases. That's why we have an arch over here. So this is not wrong. This is how your work is going to look in the second row. After we work the third and fourth row and we start creating the design, our work is going to come out straight again, because this is how we need the pattern to be in order to come right in the next rows. So if you're making a bigger piece to make a blanket, for example, you're going to have a spiral. That's not wrong. It is as if we're doing increases, but from the third row on, our work is gonna come out straight again. Okay, so now let's start row 3, and the way row 3 is going to be created, that's the same exact way we're going to make all the rows up until we finish our work. So we always start by chaining 3, and I'm going to turn my work. So this chain 3 counts as my first double crochet over here, so I never crochet in the first stitch. We always want to be working a back post double crochet, 3 back post double crochet in every first stitch from every set of 3. So I'm going to work a back post double crochet in the first out of the 3 double crochet. Okay, so put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side of the stitch, and we're pulling back this double crochet. So I'm going to grab the yarn, pull it under the stitch, and work my first double crochet. Wrap the yarn around once again, and we want to work a back post again in the same stitch. We're going to be working 3 back posts on every first stitch. Okay, so again, put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side, and work your second back post on the same stitch. Okay, so wrap the yarn around once and work your third and last back post on the same stitch. So put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side, and work your third back post on the same stitch. So this is how the first stitch is going to look like. The stitch that seems diagonal over here is the 3 chains that we worked to start the row. So this is how it looks like. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to see a second way on how to work those stitches. So we always want to work on the first double crochet. Okay, so put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side. So if you turn your work sideways and you're seeing on top your crochet hook, what we are really doing is we are crocheting horizontally on every double crochet 3 stitches. So grab your yarn and work your first double crochet on top of that stitch. Again, put your hook under the same stitch, 2, and grab the yarn, and for a third time put your hook under the same stitch and work your third double crochet. Okay, so this is how our work looks like so far. Now again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to work the first way. So put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side. So we're working back post double crochet, and work your first stitch. 1. For a second time, put your hook from the back to the front on the right side, to the back again on the left side of the stitch, and work a double crochet. So this is our second one. And for a third time, same exact thing, from the back to the front on the right side, to the back again on the left side of the stitch, and work a double crochet. Okay, so it's the same exact thing. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead to the next set of 3. Again, 3 back posts in the first double crochet. So put your hook from the back to the front of the right side, to the back again on the left side. And now we're going to work the second way. So turn your work sideways so you're seeing your crochet hook on the top. Okay? And we're going to work horizontally 3 double crochet on top of this stitch. So 1, put your hook under the same stitch. 2, put your hook under the same stitch. 3. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to work the first way. Go ahead and work your first back post double crochet. Put your hook from the back to the front and to the back again, and we're pulling backwards the stitch. Work your first double crochet. Wrap the yarn around once. Work a second back post double crochet on the same stitch. And for the third time, again, work a back post on the same stitch. And work a double crochet. This is how our work looks like so far. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, we're going to work the first way again now. So put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch, to the back again on the left side, to work a back post. So we're pulling backwards the stitch, okay? And work a double crochet. Second time, the same exact steps. And for a third time, same exact steps, back post, double crochet. Okay, now again, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this is our last set of 3, okay? So work a back post, double crochet again on the first stitch, second back post on the same exact stitch, and a third back post on the same exact stitch. And do not forget one double crochet on the last stitch of this row. So we're skipping the next 2 stitches because they are from the same set of 3, and we want to work a double crochet on the last stitch, which is the chain 3 that we always work to begin each row, okay? So put your hook in the third out of the 3 chains and work a double crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, this counts as the double crochet. And now we have to make sure to crochet in the correct stitches. See how we're working on top of each double crochet? Well, the stitches seem kind of diagonal, so we want to be grabbing the correct stitch. This is the first out of the 3 double crochet of the first set. So go ahead and work your first back post on that stitch. 1. Now again, your second back post on that stitch. You can always work the second way that we are doing. So I'm gonna frog it. I'm gonna frog this first set so we can do it in the second way as well, so you can see how to do the first stitch if it confuses you, okay? So for a third time, put your hook from the back to the front on the right side of the stitch and to the back on the left side again, and work your third back post double crochet. Okay, so this stitch right here in the front is the 3 chains that we just worked, and those are the 3 back post double crochet that we did on the first out of the 3 double crochet of this first set over here. So I'm frogging those 3 double crochet that I just worked, and we're gonna work the first set with the second way as well. So go ahead and work a back post double crochet on the first stitch. Okay, now turn sideways, and you want to have on the top, you want to be seeing your crochet hook. So grab the yarn, pull it under the stitch, and work your first double crochet. Grab the yarn, put your hook under the same stitch, and work your second double crochet. Grab the yarn, put your hook under the same stitch, and work your third double crochet. So you have the same exact result. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna work the second way again. So this is the next set of 3. Work a back post double crochet on your first stitch. So pull backwards the first double crochet, turn your work sideways, and work 3 stitches horizontally on top of this double crochet. One, 2, 3. So this is how it work looks like so far. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna use the first way. Work your first back post double crochet on the first stitch of the next set of 3. Okay, so the first back post again, work the second back post the same exact way in the same exact stitch. 2, and your third back post the same exact way in the same stitch. So we always want to be working in the first double crochet of every set of 3. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead into your next set, work 3 back post double crochet on your first stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead into your next set of 3 and work 3 back posts on your first double crochet. 1, 2 and 3. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now again, 3 back post double crochet on your first double crochet. One, two, and 3. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and go ahead on your last set of 3 and work 3 back post double crochet on the first stitch again. 1, 2, and 3, and 1 double crochet on the last stitch of this row. So on the third chain out of the chain 3 that we always do to start our row, put your hook in the third chain and work a double crochet to finish the row. Okay, so this is how our work looks like so far. So we always chain 3 to begin the row, and we always work 3 back post double crochet on every first stitch of every set of 3. I've completed crocheting. As I mentioned earlier in my video, the total length of the cowl of the infinity scarf is 150 centimeters. So what we're going to do now, since we finished, we're going to fold in half our work. And lay it down flat. See how both ends touch each other? Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab the one end, the top part, and I am going to twist it once. So this is how it was laying flat just now. So just grab the top part and twist it once. So this way it's easier when you're gonna wear the infinity scarf, because it's very wide and heavy, so it's gonna be easier to wear it. So let me just make the last stitch because it frogged. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna join by slip stitching. So hold both of your sides together, and what we're gonna do is we're going to be slip stitching each double crochet only to the back side. We are not going to mind the chain 3 spaces. We're just going to slip stitch the double crochet. Okay, so put your hook in the first stitch on the front side and the first stitch on the back side, and work your first slip stitch. Okay, now put your hook on the second stitch on the front side, which the second stitch is one of the 3 from the set of 3 that we were doing for the 3-dimensional stitch. Put your hook in the first and put your hook in the next double crochet from the one that we just worked. So put your hook in the second double crochet on the back side and work your slip stitch. Now put your hook in the third stitch on the front side and in the third stitch on the back side. Now the fourth stitch on the front side and the fourth stitch on the back side as well, and slip stitch. So along with the first double crochet and the 3 from the 3-dimensional stitch, we have 4 stitches, 4 slip stitches so far. So now skip over the chain 3 space and go right ahead in the next set of 3 double crochet. Put your hook in the first and put your hook in the next double crochet from the one you worked previously and work a slip stitch. second double crochet on the front side, and in the next double crochet in the back side and slip stitch, third double crochet on the front side, and in the next double crochet on the back side and slip stitch. Okay, so keep working slip stitches up until you complete the row. And the reason that we're not crocheting in the chain 3 spaces is because if you count the 3 double crochet from the beginning up until the end, and you count the stitches that we started with, you're going to have the same amount of stitches. So if we slip stitch the chain 3 spaces as well, we're not going to have enough stitches. So just go ahead and slip stitch only the 3 double crochet every time. Okay, so once I finish, I'm going to turn the video back on and see how our infinity scarf looks completed. I've completed working my slip stitches, and this is how my work looks like so far. I've already chained 1, and in order to finish, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. So this is how it looks up here, and down here that we folded, that we twisted our work once. This is how it looks in the bottom. Okay, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and if you like the video, please press like and leave a comment. Thanks again. Bye bye.